My exams are completely different. And I realized that fairly quickly. When I was just lecturing, I'd go in with a lecture, it would be slides. I'd have maybe some problems that they could do individually or talk about in pairs. But I had very few ways of interacting with the 138 individuals in the class, besides my talking, starting some discussion, and obviously 138 people can't participate in discussion. So even when discussions started getting lively is precisely when I would have to cut them off, because it's not the case that everybody can participate.
It's hard to have a class discussion because the class is so big, so when you split into groups it's easier to talk about topics like that.
So it was very much a kind of flow of information type course, and the exams reflected that. What was Nietzsche's view about this argument, or something like that? Partly because the experience you get writing the rats, and partly because the students have done a lot in class and you know what they can do. The exams, even when they were purely individual-based exams, could ask them to do a lot more. This little girl is foraging in a garbage dump. What would so-and-so say about why utilitarianism is the best theory to help us understand our obligations to that person? It enabled me to think of a question like that, because I hadn't been thinking about questions like that before. I also had a course structure in which by now they're used to, okay, I'm going to see stuff on exams I've never seen before, and that's okay. I believe that, the instructor wouldn't put it there if I couldn't do it. And so the students, even on exams, are doing a lot more, even when it's a just sit down and write exam, not a team-based one. It's more interesting for me to read those exams. It's more exciting for them to write them. Even when it doesn't have a team-based component, it's still everybody functioning at a much higher level than my earlier exams. At the end of the semester, some students wrote, I appreciate how the exams are themselves learning experiences. I learned from doing the exams.